Hey guys, Jem here with another book review. This time I'm going to be reviewing Teardrop by Lauren Kate. It's a new series that came out back in like October a couple of months ago. And, well, just look at that cover. It's just so beautiful. Sorry about that glare there. But isn't it just such a beautiful cover? I just love it. Anyway, I rate this an 8 out of 10. I really liked the book. Could have been a little bit better. But, the beginning was a little bit slow, but I got into it once it picked up a bit, like around almost to the middle part. Anyway, 8 out of 10, and I will read you the synopsis. Never ever cry. Eureka Bodrok's mother drilled that rule into her daughter years ago. But now her mother is gone, and everywhere Eureka goes, he is there. Ander, the tall, pale, blonde boy who seems to know things he shouldn't, who tells Eureka she is in grave danger, who comes closer to making her cry than anyone has before. But Ander doesn't know Eureka's darkest secret. Ever since her mother drowned in a freak accident, Eureka wishes she were dead too. She has little left that she cares about, just her oldest friend Brooks, and a strange inheritance, a locket, a letter, a mysterious stone, and an ancient book no one understands. The book contains a haunting tale about a girl who got her heart broken and cried an entire continent into the sea, and something about the story is uncannily familiar. Eureka is about to discover that the ancient tale is more than a story, that Ander might be telling the truth, and that her life has far darker undercurrents than she ever imagined. From Lauren Kate comes an epic saga of heart-stopping romance, devastating secrets, and dark magic, a world where everything you love can be washed away. So this is about, alright, first, this will most likely contain spoilers, so if you have not read the book and you just wanted to just know what my rating was, you can leave the page now. But those of you who have read the book and just want to see what my insight was, stay. Right, so this is about a girl named Eureka who is not allowed to cry. Her mother told her to never ever cry after the first time that she cried, like ever, when she was 8 years old. Her mother told her to never cry because she knew what Eureka was. Her mother, Diana, died in this freak, rogue wave car accident thing when they were like, her and Eureka were in a car driving on the bridge while it was under construction because the seed bearers, the people who are trying to kill Eureka, have cordoned the bridge on both sides, and Eureka's car was the only one that was allowed to drive. And once they hit the 4-mile mark on the bridge, a big rogue wave comes and washes them out. And Ander being there, he's a seed bearer too, and his family's the one that's trying to kill Eureka. He saves Eureka because he's in love with her. And then, like, months later, Eureka is in the, I don't know what it's called. Possession? No, that doesn't sound right. I'll go with it, though. The possession of her father, I don't know what it's called. But her father's her guardian now. She's living with him, her stepmother, who, named Rhoda, and her 2 half-siblings, who are twins, who are 4, William and Claire. And so, like, she tried to commit suicide, Eureka, this once, when she swallowed a bottle of pills, and, well, everybody's looked at her differently. Like, they all looked at her with pity when her mother died, and now they just look at her with, like, she's some kind of, like, freak when she committed suicide. She had to stay at the hospital, and then she was put in an asylum, I think it was, for like a week. And then after she got out, Rhoda, I really don't like the stepmother, Rhoda. She's a real, excuse my French, bitch. But, it's just people these days. They don't know what to do. But anyway, Rhoda keeps, like, sending Eureka to these therapy sessions that she really doesn't need. I mean, come on. Therapists don't really make things better. Sometimes they just make you feel worse and just make you want to hide into yourself more. You need somebody you can trust, not just some random Not just hand your kid over to some random therapist and be all like, look, talk about your problems to this just random stranger right here. You should trust her. Like, no. Therapists are horrible. You need somebody you can trust. I mean, like, completely trust to be able to talk to in these situations. Not some random stranger who's, like, all, like, ugh. I can't stand therapists. Like, I haven't been to one, but really, like, how I know people who have, and I'm just, like, irritated. I've met therapists. So I'm just, like, really irritated with them. It's like they go by a textbook. They do, like, textbook responses like, oh, don't worry, it'll get better over time, and all that. It's just annoying. But anyway, Rhoda, like, forces her to go to therapists, and it doesn't help. And she's been failing school a lot lately, and her best friend Brooks has been changing. So it's like he's become colder to her. But it's because he's, like, possessed by the king of Atlantis, Atlas. Yes, really creative. Atlas and Atlantis. But Atlas has possessed Brooks, who is her best friend, who's a guy, by the way. Just saying. Because a lot of people keep thinking Brooks, a girl name. It's a dude's name. It's his last name. Nobody calls him by his first name, which is Noah, but everybody calls him as Brooks. And her other best friend, Kat, tries to help her somewhat when she gets her inheritance. Like, the ancient book that she received in the inheritance, like, it's, like, a really, really ancient language. I'm gonna call it Atlantean, because it doesn't really say what the language is. It's, like, a distant cousin to Magdalenian, I think it said in this. Anyway, they go to this lady, Madame something. It's like a Polish name. Basacki, something like that. And, well, she can translate the book. She's been translating the ancient book. It's called the Book of Love. And it tells a story of a girl named Celine who cried and, like, she drowned the world with her tears. And apparently, Celine is, sorry, I'm, like, stuttering a lot. Celine is Eureka's matriarch, like, really distant ancestor. And then Leander, who's a prince in the story, who Celine falls in love with, but they get, like, separated, is Anders, like, patriarch ancestor guy. And so he's Anders a sea bearer. He betrays his family to help Eureka and saved Eureka's life and is madly in love with her. Brooks is possessed by Atlas, yada yada yada. Brooks goes missing. I'm skipping to the end because, like, it's a lot of drama in the middle that doesn't really have to do with the main storyline, that has to do with the Atlantean part. But, so, I'm gonna skip to, like, near the end. The Sea Bears kidnap the twins, hold them hostage, kill Rhoda, and I'm trying to remember. Ooh, Madame Bakovsky, or whatever, however you say her name. I don't remember her name anymore. It was Madame Yuki B something. She dies too because they killed her because they wanted the Book of Love. They were the ones that killed Diana, which is the mother. I'm trying to remember if I'm, like, missing anything, which I probably am. Kat is still together with Eureka in the end, with Ander, her father, the twins, because they're all still alive. Eureka actually cried for the first time in the end, and it just flooded her house and the bayou and everything. Did I mention this is down in Louisiana? I don't think I did. Alright, this is down in Louisiana with all the bayous. And Brooks, I think I mentioned Brooks going missing because Atlas has possessed him, but Brooks is still, like, in there somewhere. It's like in the city of Lost Souls, where Jace is like Jace, but he's not Jace. But because Jace was like in the back of his mind that he could see everything and know what he's doing, and then like the Jace that was like Sebastian in a way was like just being him. But this time it's like Brooke is really possessed, but Brooke can see everything that's happening, you know, and the possessed and Atlas, the one who possesses Brooks, can look into his memories. But in the end, that's how it ends in Brooke's point of view as the epilogue. And, well, Eureka and... I can't remember people's names. Ander actually kiss, and they don't really technically get together, but you know. And apparently her father had a picture of Ander when he was like 6. And he was like, your mother told me that this boy will be the one to break your heart one day. And that was just like really, really weird prophesizing. Because it was the whole Leander and Celine thing that was in the... Celine and Leander's story was like, oh, that boy's gonna break your heart one day and her tears are gonna drown the world. In the story, and now it's happening in real life. It's like her mother's all like, that boy's gonna be the one that's gonna break Eureka's heart one day. So I just thought I would randomly just say that. Anyway, the world, I don't think the world floods, but the part in Louisiana that they are, it flooded, and they're going to, I believe, Turkey to see one of the seed bearers that was in love with one of the previous tier line ancestor. She was Eureka's great aunt. I can't remember these people's names. Authors, you keep coming up with all these like ridiculous names and nobody's gonna be able to remember them. Like Triss from Divergent. It's like, I have to think about it. Nobody uses Tobias anymore either. I've never met a Tobias in real life. So, sorry, that was just completely random about names. But in the end, that's like, they just start swimming in this big shield thing made by the Thunderstone that was left to Eureka by her mother Diana in her will. And I think that's basically it. I really liked the book. I heard people raving about it in the beginning, but then, like, it died down after a little while, and then it didn't get that many good reviews. I liked it. I like romance. I'm not really too picky with books I read. The only books that I've had a low rating on are the 7.5s for the Dan Pawlowski books. Because they weren't really that scary. No really much romance. I just thought they would be interesting to read. They were, but I really didn't like them too much. So, that's all I have to say, I guess. 8 out of 10 for Lauren Kate's Teardrop. I liked it. I still think it could have been better, but I just love the cover. It's gorgeous. The colors are just gorgeous on this. But that's all I have to say, I guess. Sorry for the person who sent me that ebook. I'm going to have to put that on hold because I can't... Well, because mostly throughout the day in school, I read the books that I review. And, well, the ebook's on my iPad, and I can't, like, really read that throughout the day. So, I'm going to have to put it on hold for a while. I'm very sorry about that. I know I've been, like, promising that I would read it, but I haven't. But I'm going to try. I really will try to read it, though. But I'm not sure about the next book I'm going to read. I might read Insurgent next, because I got the PDF for it, and I have some friends who might let me borrow it after they're done. So, I guess that's it. Tomorrow's going to be a whole day without a book. Oh my god. Well, if you guys have any more suggestions of books for me you want me to read and review, put them down in the comments below. Like and favorite this video, and remember to subscribe. Later!